Hi, I'm Connor Wilson, and welcome to the Lax All-Stars Gear Review. This week we've got the Gait Lacrosse M4 head. Randy Frazier gave this to me when we were up playing box lacrosse in Syracuse. Asked me to check it out, see what I thought, string up some sticks, or string up a pocket in there, and let him know my thoughts. And now I'm going to share them with you. So obviously the first thing is to show you the head. And our first criteria point is appearance. What does the head look like? Now, appearance is important not only because some people believe in the look good, play good philosophy, which is awful grammar, but that's beyond the point. The first reason we talk about appearance is because when you go into a store, you're looking online, are you going to buy a head? Does it look like it can do the job? And I think the Gait M4 head definitely looks like it can do the job. The offset you can see is, full. I think that's going to be attractive. The sidewall is pretty thick. All the plastic around here, is as thick as I think as it can be. So it looks stiff. It looks like it can take a beating. But it doesn't depart too far from kind of your typical lacrosse head and what you'd expect out of it. So overall, I think appearance is pretty solid. It's a little aggressive. It's a little different, which may scare some people away. So we're going to give that a 1 out of 2. But it's something different, and I definitely applaud Gait for trying to do something a little different. When it comes to stringing, that's criteria point number 2. I don't think you can get any better than this. You've got a ton of top holes. For this pita pocket, I even put my leathers right next to each other. You can space them out for a regular, traditional. You can tie any set of mesh onto this, and the same is true in the sidewalls. You just have, there are a ton of small holes up top to start your sidewalls, top lace, whatever it might be. Larger sidewall holes down the side. 3 more small holes at the bottom, 4 large holes at the bottom for leathers or for tying off your mesh. This head, when it comes to stringing, has it all. It's got a good face design. Sidewalls, don't flare in or out too much. It's hard to give this head anything but a 2 out of 2 for stringing. In terms of stringability, doesn't get much better than this. When it comes to stiffness, that's really criteria point number 3. And some people like a really stiff head, some people like a really flexible head. So this is a little subjective, but what we're trying to give you a general sense of is this stiffness that's inherent to the head going to allow you to play well? And I believe that the stiffness inherent to this head will let you do that. Okay, if you're going to throw a poke check, right? Does the head give when you throw a poke check? Okay, a little bit, right? That scoop, there's a little give to it, but not much. Okay, if you throw a hard slap check, right? Is that stick going to bend? A little bit, but not too much. Okay, if you're facing off, can you pinch, right? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, pretty well. So there's some good diversity. It moves a little bit. I think a defenseman could use this, a midfielder or an attackman. It might not be perfect for any one of those positions. It might be. But it's not that super stiff or super flexible. It's kind of right in the middle. I like it. Overall, it's a good stiffness for me and my style of play. So I'm going to give it a 1.5 out of 2, which is really a pretty solid score. A head like the Hammer, the STX defensive head, that might be a 2 because it's purposefully stiff in that specific way. And then an old Blade might also be a 2 because it's purposefully flexible. There's a reason, there's a method to the madness. So overall, this one's really good. I think 1.5 out of 2 is more than fair. The fourth criteria point for us is durability. How well does this head hold up? And I've played with this head in the snow, in the cold, freezing temperatures, hotter temperatures. I brought it down to New Orleans where it was in the 60s or 70s. So it was fine. It didn't get mushy in the heat. It doesn't get too stiff. It hasn't broken at all. There are no breaks on it. I've let some of my high school players play around with it, and they are brutal on their sticks. They really put them through the ringer, and this has stood up to the test of time. So when it comes to durability, I do have a slight concern, and that is, as time goes on, it does seem like it could kind of move off to the side. Old Protons used to do that. The torque does that a little bit. It kind of over time. So that's one concern. But so 1.5 out of 2 in terms of durability. Overall, though, I think it's really solid. And then our last criteria point, we kind of take all of that into account, and then we look at the price and we determine a value score. So for this head, it's a very good product. I'm impressed with it. I play with it. I like it. How much does it cost? MSRP right now on most sites is $60 that I've seen. You can find it for $75 on a couple sites. And if you are lucky and you find it on sale, you can find this head for as cheap as $50 online. So if you're looking for a very good head at a very reasonable price, that's a 2 out of 2 in terms of value. I think the Gait M4 is right up your alley. So if you notch all those marks up, you come to an 8 out of 10 score, which is fantastic, especially for really a brand new designed head coming out of Gait. It's different, but I like it, and the price point, you really can't beat it. So if you're interested in looking for an all-around head with good flex, good durability, okay, with a little bit of a different sidewall design, if you're willing to take a little risk, the Gait M4 is a good purchase at $50. It's a fantastic purchase. So definitely recommend checking this head out. If you like stringing traditional, you're going to have a breeze with it. Same thing if you like stringing mesh, right? You got a ton of holes to choose from. So it's a great product. Recommend that you check it out. We'll be back next time with more gear reviews for you to look forward to. So we'll see you. Enjoy.